Hey, what's up, guys? Twintuitive 717 here. I am back with another reading. We're going to dive right into a message around the Divine Masculine Collective for those of you who might be going through separation. Let's say your Divine Masculine is silent or there's just no clarity. Many of you may feel drawn to trying to figure out what's going on with them, but the best advice that I can give you during this phase is to give space, okay? Give space, take your power back. If many of you are experiencing a feeling of a loss of energy, just feeling drained or overwhelmed, the best thing that you can do is pour that right back into yourself. I'm hearing that all is well and that you need to let things unfold naturally. Okay, so I'm going to dive in to give you a bit of clarity on your journey. And what we're going to ask is what the separation is, first of all, teaching you about yourself. So this is for you, Divine Feminine, because I feel like it's time for us to focus on you now, because maybe you just need, through this reading, a gentle hand on your shoulder to say, like, okay, delete certain apps, where you can keep tabs on this person, and, really take some time out for yourself, maybe change around some habits, wake up early, seize the day, really get that renewal and spark back into your life. I feel like again, this loss of energy feeling, many of you really need your chi back, okay? And what I mean by that is like taking care of yourself again. And taking care of yourself really does, first and foremost, start with taking care of your space. So don't be afraid to clean up shop around your home. Even changing around furniture is a really big thing, okay? So don't just clean and declutter, but literally transform the room so that the energy flows differently, okay? Because renewal and spark definitely tells me that many of you are feeling low vibe, low vibrational. You might be keeping tabs on your Divine Masculine even more during the separation, and it's natural for you to do that because you want closure, but the only person who can give you closure is you, because you have to regain back that control over the way that you might be reacting to the situation. If somebody's asking for space, you give them the cosmos. You know what I'm saying? Like, back right on up. This might be part of your karma balancing. This might be part of justice taking place as well, right? Because a lot of the times when we feed those patterns of the chasing and the running, what ends up happening is we just end up creating negative karma for ourselves, more hurt, more pain, more experiences for us to feel rejected or to feel abandoned. So you have to really take back control and know that nobody is in control of healing that for you except yourself. This person is not going to give you answers, and oftentimes on a twin flame journey, your Divine Masculine is going to be the one to trigger that out of you the most, okay? So I feel like this reading, again, is a gentle heads up for you to learn that balance again. Get up out of bed, spring up out of bed. No one's going to show up for you unless you show up for yourself, okay? So the Empress energy is really coming through heavily, blessing you in this reading. Adorn yourself, take care of yourself, take your energy back, take your power back. Another thing too is like energy is a really big thing, right? So if many of you are keeping tabs and you feel like that's draining your energy, you literally have to take back control by disengaging, because even energetically your masculines can feel a pull, and that's what really forces us to go through the transformation, or to actually not cheat and really do things in a moral way, okay? So we have to really show up for ourselves. They can even energetically feel it if we, let's say, for example, delete accounts, but then we're still keeping tabs in a certain way, like through fake accounts or through spying, watching, just trying to dig, and no shade to anybody. Like, I genuinely know how it is, which is why I feel like the energy is coming through in the reading for me to be able to share, and even share through experiences, okay? Many of you need a mental break, and it's okay to take that, especially for those of you who might be just very brand new to the journey, and it feels like if you disengage or if you pull out your Queen of Swords energy and cut ties, then you lose the connection. But what you really are doing is you're strengthening the connection each time you choose to empower yourself, pull yourself up out of lower vibrational energy, okay? The decision card is also coming up. I feel like this reading could be a trigger. It could be planting a seed for you to actually make that firm decision for yourself and walk in a new direction. You're not losing anything. You didn't invest for nothing. this is a unique learning opportunity for you to balance things in your life. And again, I really do feel like this has a lot to do with getting back your spark, your sexiness, your autonomy, your independence. And I will point out too that, social media, guys, like, it can be a very dangerous thing. You have to really have your head on. There's so much illusions out there. There's so many things now that aren't even real. It's like all AI generated, and it makes you get caught up in a certain fantasy. Some of us can't even help it because of our, the way our birth charts are designed, the way our zodiac signs are. We have to fight it even more to not get caught up in the fantasy or the dream world and really have our head on. So really disengaging, getting your spark back by doing things like the old-fashioned way, okay? Like, making sure that you keep yourself pure and clean and devoted to things that are outside of a make-believe world, okay? Having a lot more gratitude for the simple things around you. Living simply as well is another really big thing. Finding the joy in life again through the simple things. And I feel like many of you need to hear through renewal and spark. Like when you focus in on your masculine, especially if there's a separation, a lot of the times it could have to do with karmic energies. And you guys know how it is. It's always fueled with lessons around jealousy, insecurity, just really wanting a certain divine order. But look at this, karma, balance, and justice is coming up because it's asking you to literally let go and be surprised, okay? Because I feel like many of you may be forcing something in your mind that you really have planned out for yourself, and it's like the universe has other plans for you. You're not going to know the answer to everything. There are certain things that have to be revealed in divine timing, but in the meantime, I feel like there's so much inner work that needs to be done, and those messages are coming up through this reading in terms of making a decision to choose yourself, okay? So there is somewhat of a death energy as well coming through, a transformation energy, maybe even some kind of tower moment for you, a detour to go back and really stop and rest, recuperate, take care of yourself, and all of this time and energy that you feel like you might be pouring into trying to figure out this connection, even try to figure out your divine masculine, karmic energies, whatever that may be. It's time for you to slow down. A tower moment is hitting you because when you look around you, it's like an intervention, divine intervention. The divine is stepping in and the divine is saying, listen, you have bigger fish to fry than what the divine masculine is doing. This space is designed for a reason. It's here to assist you. It's here to get you back up on your feet. It's here to help you pay attention to your life, what it is your purpose is. What are you here to do? What are you passionate about? What kind of mark do you want to leave on the world? Okay, so many of you may be getting more serious about your goals right now. You could be in a state of nostalgia, or that will soon follow after this reading, after that seed is planted, where you'll take a walk down memory lane and you'll say, you know what, maybe Twintuitive's right. What do I want to do? I have been giving and diverting a lot of my energy into my divine masculine's direction. I'm going to take all of that back, every single drop of it, and I'm going to pour it into myself. Okay, many of you, I do foresee you exploring. Let's get some tarot on it. And I feel too, after this reading, you're really going to take it seriously, because this could be somewhat of a repetitive thought that's been in your head and your mind, but you need that gentle push or that gentle nudge. And I feel like that's coming through the universe, like however this reading may find you, or if it deeply resonates with you, that's your guide saying, here, listen to this, because it's that gentle push or that gentle nudge you need to act on the repetitive thoughts that are coming through, okay? So let's see where your thoughts should be and what you need to focus on during this time of separation from your divine masculine. Because remember, guys, the triggers are going to try to hit you guys left, right, and center the more you dig into the spying energy and, wishing, hoping, whatever that case is, whatever puts you in that chaser energy, that lower vibrational energy. You're being forced, you're being called to break it, put all of that focus back into you. Okay, so what is trying to protect you from this energy? Where does your focus need to be? Okay, I'm going to take this set here. There's that tower moment again happening with the life experience. Okay, so let go of old belief systems that no longer serve you. So I feel like that could be the chasing. Some of you could be water sign energy, where sometimes you give too much with your emotions. Okay, that's Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And the reason you do that is because you love hard. So you expect people to love you just as hard. And when they don't do that, you get deeply disappointed. But the trauma makes you chase them to try to get that justice for yourself. And it's okay. I feel like it is just, something about your nature. But again, with that being of your nature, it's just one of those lessons in life that says balance. Everybody needs balance. And some of your balance has a lot to do with maybe discernment and realizing that not everybody can pour from their cup. Some people are stingy, right? Some people are afraid, deadly afraid to let one drip of whatever they have in their cup to slip out or to spill. But you, on the other hand, like, you give, and you give generously. And I feel like you've been let down in this certain situation. But now is time for you to call your power back and put a stop to that specific cycle. Okay, so an important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. Okay, and I feel like that shift in energy, as well as this tower, had to fall for you to maybe get this message for you to actually roll off the couch and be like, you know what? Let me put my phone down. No more getting lost in anything that is wasting my time. There are things that I've been meaning to focus on and to put more time and energy into, and just to really make shit happen for myself. Okay, I really do feel like there is a fire that's being lit under many of you to really get the ball rolling. Okay, because we do have that Page of Winter coming up with the Queen of Cups. There she is, taking care of others perhaps too much, overgiving, overpouring. Okay, there's our water signs coming up. So let this be an important lesson for you. It's okay to give, but again, discernment, boundaries, realizing that, in a sense, sometimes, things need to be reciprocated in order for us to feel fulfilled. We can't just keep giving from our cup. There's got to be that balance, which is, when you pour out, some gets poured back in, so that you don't actually ever run on empty. So pay attention to that. Okay, picture us like cups, and then when you give, somebody will give you some back, and so that you two are never really running on empty, right? So pay attention to when you have to do this in relationships and you start feeling like you're running on empty. That is when you step back into your power and you give your time and energy in places that are reciprocating, okay? And then I feel like that's why Swords energy is coming through, because you've really got to be on the ball with it, okay? Inquisitive, truthful, and there it is, realistic, okay? And undiplomatic information that it can help you, but it might be hard or difficult to hear, which is part of this chasing cycle, and part of that overgiving as well, okay? You have good intentions, but that's exactly why you maybe need to just be mindful and careful, more careful with your energy, okay? Speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or adult, okay? So just truthful information that's coming through for many of you, and it's with that indigo child there, it's almost like you innocently give, in a sense, and it's because of that innocence in you, that love in you. But again, when others don't pour into you as much, it depletes you, and then on top of that, that betrayal feels it feels twice as hard to deal with or to let go of. Okay, so it's time to be more realistic when we do pour into others. It's a time of not being so naive. Okay, we can love others and want to nurture others and take care of others, but just make sure that you have your head on when it comes to energy and giving you what it is you deserve. Okay, let's go ahead and end off this reading by just getting a few more cards on maybe what your divine masculines could be going through in this time of separation. Okay, so as you move forward and make this decision to let go of what's no longer serving you, how are they moving forward? Okay, so we have avoidance and we have stalemate. Okay, and this is why it's important to give space, because I feel like many of your divine masculines could be at a stalemate right now, which is why a lot of the times they avoid you. Okay, so if a lot of you, again, are experiencing that no communication, that silence, something is at a stalemate, some kind of trigger ends up occurring, and they run. So I feel like for a lot of you, it's not your job to try to heal whatever it is they're avoiding when it comes to deep, meaningful love. Because I feel too, like with the energy in this reading, the reason a lot of you are being guided towards not overpouring is because somebody can't handle love in the first place. Someone avoids it at all cost. You know, when you show that you care for someone, it scares them, or even in worst case scenarios, it really turns them off to see someone, you know, be so loving towards them, because they're not even loving towards themselves. Okay, and this is why sometimes after you deeply connect with your divine masculines, they go running in the next direction. They avoid you. They feel that stalemate energy. And until they can truly, fully honor themselves, love themselves, take care of themselves, and that's why you're probably mirroring the energy of just kind of slumping around and feeling a little bit drained. Don't get sucked into that. Allow them the space and time to be able to heal, and again, to truly love themselves, because it's like you're overpouring and they're taking, because they don't even know how to pour back. They only know how to take. So there's some balance in this connection that needs to take place in terms of you and this divine masculine, and that's why the separation or the space is occurring. Okay, it doesn't mean that the connection is not going to resurface and you two will come back together and see a lot of the healing that's taken place. But for now, there's that death energy happening, or the silence, or the separation, or it feels like a breakup, or that you'll never see each other again, whatever the case is, because it's gently pushing you in the direction now of dealing with a lot of the hurt that you're feeling from that disconnection, right? So the last thing you want to do is go and chase them to try to find out why there was that ending, and more just sit in that energy and absorb everything that is happening. Experience it. Look at yourself closely and nitpick at every single emotion that you're experiencing, and soothe your inner child through it, and know that everything is going to be okay. There's so much more to life to be experienced, okay? And sometimes we can lose sight of that with, you know, a broken heart or a wounded heart. But that's why you've got to get back out there. That's why the renewal spark started up the reading. No one's going to come and save you. You've got to roll off that couch and save yourself type of energy, okay? So someone's looking out for you because maybe they wanted you to find this message, all right? So I love you guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Bye, guys.